Let us step back in time to a world before the modern skyline took over. Long before the neon lights and towering concrete dominated the horizon, the streets of the mid-Wilshire district lay out under the open sky, lined with unpaved roads and early architecture. Today, we journey through the forgotten moments of the Miracle Mile during the 1920s and 1930s, capturing the very first landmarks that shaped history. Look at this landscape from around 1910. Looking north from what is now Wilshire Boulevard, men stand beside a tar pit in the area known as the La Brea Tar Pits. The oil derricks owned by the Hancock family sit just across the pit, while further north, the derricks of the A.F. Gilmore Oil Company rise high into the sky. Standing on the edge of a tar pit around 1910, we look toward the old Hancock Ranch. The oil fields stretch all the way to the horizon. Behind the camera lies where Wilshire Boulevard is located today. An aerial view from around 1920 showing the La Brea tar pits and the surrounding oil derricks. The tar pits emerge amidst clusters of trees and open land, with oil derricks rising high in the distance. An aerial view from 1922 looking northwest. Crescent Avenue, later renamed Fairfax Avenue, crosses Wilshire Boulevard and heads toward the Hollywood Hills. Oil derricks occupy most of the open land. An aerial view from 1924 looking southeast, revealing the La Brea tar pits and a new residential area. Wilshire Boulevard runs diagonally at the upper right. Crescent Avenue appears at the upper left, while 6th Street stretches diagonally below. A view looking north from 1910 shows a young man sitting on his Harley on Wilshire Boulevard with the Hollywood Hills visible in the distance. A view looking west toward La Brea Avenue on a 2-lane Wilshire Boulevard in 1920. Signboards, open fields, and oil derricks are all you can see. This area later became a part of the Miracle Mile. An aerial view from 1922 looking northwest. Crescent Avenue, later renamed Fairfax Avenue, crosses Wilshire Boulevard and heads toward the Hollywood Hills. Oil derricks occupy most of the open land. An aerial view from 1920 of Wilshire Boulevard and Crescent Avenue, later Fairfax Avenue. Oil derricks dominate the landscape. Chaplin Airfield can be seen at the bottom of the image, while a diagonal rail line below later influenced the path of San Vicente Boulevard. A view looking north near Wilshire and Crescent, later Fairfax, around 1922. Cars crowd a lot near the airfield and line up along the boulevard. A billboard near the Pacific Electric Railway tracks reads Alber's Oats. A view looking north from the wing of a biplane around 1922, revealing the intersection of Crescent Avenue, later Fairfax, and Wilshire Boulevard. A busy airfield can be seen below, with oil derricks rising on the horizon and the early development of Hollywood appearing at the base of the hills. During the 1920s, spectators gather at the DeMille Field near the intersection of Wilshire and Crescent, later Fairfax. Automobiles fill the foreground as a plane moves down the runway across the field, with oil derricks rising on the horizon. A view looking east on Wilshire Boulevard toward the intersection with Fairfax around 1929. Note the northeast corner with a billboard marks the future location of the May Company department store. On the opposite corner, to the northwest, a small white house stands on the land once used for Rogers Airfield, later the site of the famous circular Simon's Drive-In restaurant, known today as Johnny's Coffee Shop. Oil wells spread across the area where La Brea Park will later be built. During the 1930s, looking northwest across Massillon Avenue on Wilshire Boulevard, a small signboard near the right side of the image advertises locations for rent along the Miracle Mile. The La Brea tar pits can be seen in the distance. A view looking east on Wilshire Boulevard toward La Brea Avenue in 1928. Note the Gilmore gas station on the northeast corner, which will be demolished the following year to make way for the E. Clem Wilson building. The white building on the upper left is the Dias Carlton Cafe, built in 1928. The Bank of Italy, with its sign on the upper right, later became the Bank of America. Below that sign is another one reading Sturgis Radio Shop. A view looking west on Wilshire Boulevard at La Brea Avenue around 1929. The Ritz Theater stands on the left, while on the right, the Security First National Bank building, the first Art Deco structure on the Miracle Mile, is under construction. The E. Clem Wilson building at the northeast corner of La Brea and Wilshire is not yet built. On the northwest corner, the Dias Carlton Cafe can be seen. In 1929, a large group of men, most of them reading newspapers, is seen sitting and standing near the southwest corner of Wilshire and La Brea. It turns out they are also listening to a live radio broadcast of the Baseball World Series in front of the Sturgis Radio Shop, located just out of view to the right. Across the street at the northeast corner, the construction site of the new E. Clem Wilson building can be seen, where the Gilmore gas station once stood. The Security First National Bank building in Art Deco sits just east of it. Note the Wilshire Special streetlight and the semaphore traffic signal at the corner. A close-up view from 1929 of the main entrance to the Sturgis Radio Shop at 5308 Wilshire. A sign reads, "A Majestic Radio is a VIP seat for the World Series for the whole family. Cubs, athletics. Come in and get a free one-year subscription to Voice of the Air magazine." A view looking east along the Miracle Mile around 1929. The prominent brick building in the middle left is the Telephone Switching Center, which still stands on La Brea Avenue just north of Wilshire Boulevard. A view looking east on Wilshire Boulevard from the roof of the newly constructed Dominguez Wilshire building between Cochrane and Cloverdale Avenues in 1930. The E. Clem Wilson building can be seen at the northeast corner of Wilshire and La Brea and appears to still be under construction. A view looking east on Wilshire Boulevard from a tower building west of La Brea Avenue in 1930. The Ritz Theater can be seen on the right, while the new E. Clem Wilson high-rise building at the northeast corner of La Brea and Wilshire is under construction. A view looking east on Wilshire Boulevard from Detroit Street in 1932. Elaborate decorative streetlights called Wilshire Special streetlights line both sides of the boulevard. The E. Clem Wilson building can be seen in the distance. A view of the intersection of Wilshire and La Brea around 1930. The newly constructed E. Clem Wilson building stands at the northeast corner. An Owl drugstore occupies the ground floor of the corner. Around 1939, we see Simon's Drive-In Restaurant, located at 5171 Wilshire Boulevard, with a Halsco sign out front on the lawn. Nearby is a sign encouraging passersby to read, "Examiner Want Ads." The Mutual of Omaha office in the E. Clem Wilson building sits at the upper left at 5217 Wilshire Boulevard, along with two Wilshire lantern streetlights on the left. A view looking toward the southwest corner of Wilshire and Sycamore from 1926, showing the Ritz Theater. Opening in 1926, this theater joined the Fox West Coast theater chain shortly after. The theater building is on the south side of Wilshire Boulevard and occupies the entire block between La Brea and Sycamore. Around the 1920s, this number 610 double-decker bus belongs to the Los Angeles Motor Bus Line. Built by Fagot in 1924, a panoramic view of Wilshire Boulevard looking west in 1932. On the left, a high-rise building sports a sign for Meyer Siegel and Company, the Dominguez Building, with C.H. Baker at the lower right storefront. Further back, the Wilshire Tower, with the name Desmond's just visible at the top. On the right, near the bottom, sits McDonald's Wilshire Cafe, with a Standard Oil station just behind it. A view of the Dominguez Wilshire building at 5410 Wilshire Boulevard right after its opening, seen from a vacant lot across the street in 1931. Signs on the ground floor storefronts clearly show the leasing agent is A.W. Ross, the founder of the Miracle Mile. The signs also advertise that the building is 75% leased. A view looking from the rear of the Dominguez Wilshire building, also known as the Meyer Siegel building, from across Cloverdale Avenue in 1931, featuring a partial view of the parking lot and rear entrance. A view looking south along the unpaved Burnside Avenue toward the Wilshire Tower on Wilshire Boulevard in 1929. In 1929, at Ridgely Drive and Wilshire Boulevard, we see the Wilshire Tower with Silverwoods on the ground floor. The Wilshire Tower was the first iconic Art Deco building on this street. Over the years, stores like Desmond's and Silverwoods occupied the ground floor, while doctors and dentists had offices on the 8th floor. Located at 5514 Wilshire Boulevard, this zigzag modern-style building was designed by architect Gilbert Stanley Underwood and built in 1928. A close-up view of the Wilshire Tower building around 1930, the Silverwood sign appears both on the tower's upper facade and on the roof of the store at the southeast corner of Wilshire Boulevard and Burnside Avenue. A view of the Silverwoods at the Wilshire Tower and traffic on the Miracle Mile in 1936. A large sign on the roof of the store reads, "Silverwoods, Hart Schaffner and Marks, Clothes." The corner of the building is curved and featuring a large expanse of glass extending across 2 floors. A 20-mile-per-hour speed limit sign is mounted on the streetlight pole. The Phelps and Turkell store can be seen across the street at the southwest corner of Wilshire and Burnside. A view looking toward the southwest corner of Wilshire Boulevard and Burnside Avenue around 1936, showing the Phelps and Turkell department store building. Founded in 1923, Phelps and Turkell is a Los Angeles-based department store specializing in menswear. Around the 1930s, we see the Ralph's grocery store at the northeast corner of Wilshire and Hauser, a little further southwest down Wilshire Boulevard. In 1928, this image shows Ralph's grocery at the northeast corner of Wilshire and Hauser right after its opening. Note the oil derricks rising in the far distance on the left. A view looking northeast on Wilshire Boulevard toward Hauser Boulevard in 1932, showing Ralph's grocery on the right with a new Pig and Whistle sign on the roof of the building. The Western Auto Supply Company building can be seen in the distance at the northwest corner of Wilshire and Hauser. Around the 1930s, we see the Western Auto Parts store located at the northwest corner of Wilshire and Hauser. The building was designed by Carl Lindbaum and completed in 1931. Today, this location is the site of an IHOP restaurant. Around the 1930s, a view looking north at the Western Auto Supply Company building located at 5655 Wilshire Boulevard. A tall Wilshire special streetlight stands at the corner of Wilshire and Hauser, while an oil derrick can be seen rising in the far distance. A view looking east on Wilshire Boulevard toward the intersection with Fairfax Avenue around 1929. The billboard at the northeast corner marks the future site of the May Company department store to be built about 10 years later. On the opposite northwest corner, where a small white house stands, was once Rogers Airport, which later became the famous circular Simon's Drive-In and is now Johnny's 1950s diner. Oil derricks are scattered where La Brea Park stands today. As we gaze at these remarkable moments, we see the foundations of a metropolis, dynamic, evolving, yet deeply rooted in its past. If you loved this nostalgic journey through the history of Mid-Wilshire and the Miracle Mile, please hit the like button, subscribe to Old Photo History, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us keep the memories alive as we turn our gaze once more to a world before the modern skyline took over. Thank you for riding along with Old Photo History. If you love exploring the past with us, a small tip via Super Thanks would be a huge motivation, going a long way in helping us discover and produce even more engaging historical content.